Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is a Let's Play of Champions Online, a superhero MMO based on the Champions RPG. Pen and paper RPG, I should say. This is Technical Issues, the electricity-powered superhero who I'm playing as. And today, we are going to be working on more of the adventure packs. So we've done Whiteout, Demon Flame, and Serpent Lantern. And now I'm going to do Aftershock. After that, I'm probably going to do Resistance. And I don't know whether I'll be able to finish Resistance today, especially if I'm doing Aftershock first. But we'll see how we go. Until needs your help again, Technical Issues. Ever since Viper tried to regain control of the Serpent Lantern, Until has maintained a camp near the Temple of Nama. Our analysts have been combing through the temple and nearby Viper Fort for intelligence on what that group may be up to next. Camp Lantern has gone off the air. Repeated attempts to raise the garrison have failed. Satellite images of the area show plumes of smoke rising from the jungle, and scouts sent into the area have failed to report back. Who's this? Bouncing around. Lasheo. We need your help to determine what has happened. There is a transport standing by at Until headquarters for your immediate use. Please hurry. Righto. So, is one of these a teleporter to Until? Police station Nemesis. Until headquarters. There we go. Rad. So I just hop in the helicopter. What is it? It's not a helicopter really, is it? It's got propellers and wings. It's like a kind of a gull-winged VTOL. Vehicle, I guess. Let's get going to Aftershock. Yeah, looks pretty trashed. That's bad news, isn't it? And this time we've got an open world mission, where the last time when we were here before, it was all missions in sequence over here. So, examine body, power packs and weapons. Okay, interesting. This trooper has long slash wounds on his chest and arms. It's impossible to tell if they were made by a blade or a sharp claw without better lighting and equipment. How bad is the lighting here supposed to be? Well, I suppose it's fairly overcast, isn't it, with smoke. Examine weapon. Numerous weapons are scattered throughout the camp. All the rifles appear to be UKTFs, a standard issue Until weapon. wonder whether the UKTF is a real gun or not. The grounds of Camp Lantern are littered with dozens of expended energy rifle power packs. Everyone you have seen is a PP3, the standard power pack for the UKTF assault rifle. Judging by the locations and pattern among the expended packs, it appears the Until troopers were firing in every direction, both out into the jungle and into the camp. Ugh. So something teleported in here, I guess? As well as coming in from outside, although I was just about to check to see whether the UKTF assault rifle is a real rifle, but if it takes power packs instead of magazines, then it probably isn't real. These look like the cylinders out of revolvers. Oh well. I mean, this is clearly a magazine with a rifle with a magazine. You can even see the bullets in it. But these, I don't know, closer up they're not like revolver cylinders. You can see, I don't know which way around it would plug in. Maybe this is the plug-in end. So that's not the rifle that takes these as ammo. I think we're supposed to believe that it is. This is deeply unfortunate. Examine weapon. USHL pistol, standard issue until sidearm. Makes sense. Defeat the spotters and mortar crews. Mortar attack. It's Viper we're dealing with here. Okay. No mortar attacks coming in though. I mean, they've got the animation to have stuff come in and land on you, because there's that happens in Monster Island, because the volcano spits out rocks at the whole island. Although I'm impressed that they've managed to get mortars working in a dense jungle like this. They've got to aim over this way. Well, maybe. Ah, yes. Destroying the vehicle would probably be an easier way of destroying the missile launcher. There we go. Defeat spotter teams. Oh, there's another spotter team to deal with. And there's 4 more clues to find in the camp. Okay. There we are. Here's a spotter. They have their adorable little 2-man jet bike. Where's the second person's leg supposed to go? Where's the first person's legs are supposed to go? It seems like it's scaled wrong for the size of people that we're dealing. Do they hang their legs off the side? Does the person at the back have their... Oh, hey, Ravenforce, welcome. Does the person at the back have their knees around their ears? Not that there's much more space in the front. So I actually need to keep looking around here for more clues, which would be more helpful if the indicators for objects you can interact with were larger, or like more clear. Like Just because there is an indicator, like the kind of silvery sheen that flicks over the surface. It's not very easy to see at a distance, especially if you're not quite close enough. Just having a late dinner, then we'll be around to join if you want. Cool. Join on and help me if you want. You don't have to. There are no remnants. There are no remnants of an explosive device, but you do detect residual energy from the blast on the floor of the crater. It appears to be spiritual in nature. Merely being in proximity to it makes your skin crawl. Okay, well that's bad news. Examine boot. What kind of boot is that? At the bottom of this crater is a single singed boot. The leather is cracked and brittle, as if exposed briefly to tremendous heat without burning. There is no blood on the boot and no sign of its former owner. I wonder whether we're going to come across somebody with one boot missing. It's unlikely. Is that something to interact with? Examine body, I suppose. The face of this Until trooper appears to be frozen in an expression of sheer terror. Now, Viper is probably fairly scary to an ordinary human, but they're not that scary, I don't think. The base's perimeter fence appears to have been knocked down by a series of large blasts originating within the camp. The damage is too pervasive to have been caused by conventional hand grenades. There don't appear to be any survivors at Camp Lantern. The bodies of Until soldiers are scattered around the camp, but there are no visible traces of enemy casualties. Were the Until troopers unable to hurt their enemies? Did the attackers take their casualties with them? Did whoever or whatever attacked the camp not have a physical form? One thing you are sure of, the camp has had a garrison of over 100 troopers, and you have only accounted for roughly a dozen. You need to find the rest. Spooky. Alright, let's head into the jungle. Check the fort for Until survivors. Defeat the Viper Recon Company. Viper squads in fort. Spotter teams. Mortar crews. Okay. Oh, there's more bodies here. Aha. Ah, this is... They can do mortar launches. It's just that they didn't before. Okay. Good to know. Oh. Just got caught by one. Nice if there was an objective to take out the transports as well, but oh well. So there's probably a team on the other side. Yeah, here we are. Just the one team there. I wonder whether these guys are part of the attack on the Until base. Oh, this is phasing through the rock there. That's a bit weird. Or whether they've come along to find out what we were doing. Like whether Viper are responsible for the destruction of the camp or not is what I'm wondering. I wonder if they've got anything set up on the... Oop.
Hurry up and get that door sealed. Who knows what might happen if they escape.
But some of our men are trapped in there. With...
They'll just have to survive until reinforcements get here.
So Viper probably isn't responsible for whatever happened to the Until troops then. They came along after whatever it was that happened and discovered something unpleasant. Maybe the Until troops ran inside the fort because it was better defended, or a more defensible position at least. And whatever it was that attacked followed them in there. And then Viper came along and was like, oh, we don't want any of that. Let's seal them in. No, thank you. So, more dead bodies. That's unfortunate. Obviously been a while. Because last time we were here, which admittedly was 2 days ago, on Monday, this place was kept clear. There wasn't fresh plant growth everywhere. So it's presumably supposed to have been. I don't know how long it takes grasses to grow in jungle environments like this, but. Maybe a couple of days, maybe a few weeks. It's a bit difficult to tell. I wonder whether we can get in here. No. Okay. I'm staying low, by the way, in case they've got anything up on here that would start trying to shoot at me. Probably. Although, no, hold on. That's a friendly turret. Ooh, enter override. Incorrect code. Balls. So I need to find somebody with the correct codes, which is presumably to help you climb up. I wonder what the anime. Oh, it's immediately zoop, teleports you up. Aftershock memories are flooding back. Definitely bringing a ranged character when I get on. Okay. Hey, guess what? That's just exactly the same info that you would find on any Viper agent. Interrupted by his vehicle exploding. Nice. I haven't seen this kind of Viper agent before, though. He's a Dreiser Enforcer. Okay, so The efforts that we went to in Monster Island to disrupt Dryshire gas research doesn't seem to have helped us here very much. Hopefully he was fairly unique rather than being a new standard issue or anything. I mean, I didn't struggle with him, but that doesn't mean that other builds, other people wouldn't. Hey guys, what's going on here? You going to let me into your secret clubhouse? Oh, there's still another Viper squad somewhere. Apparently. Ah, here we are. This is Captain Urquhart of the 2nd Until Air Support Wing. We are inbound to your position. Now the bad news. Our satellites are tracking a large Viper force headed in your direction. They will reach you before we do. The Viper forces look to be a mix of infantry, tanks, and some air cav. I recommend activating the new air defences until installed in the fort. If the controls are locked down, use override code Sierra November Alpha Foxtrot Uniform. SNAFU. Snafu! Hang in there and we'll see you soon. Righto. Incorrect code. What? I don't have the ability to enter a different code. Oh. Surprised me. They're just respawning in. Gate first. What, this? Over here? Ah. Here we are. Close gate. Okay. Oh, right, yes, it says close the gate. Not paying attention, sorry. Activate the turrets. Turrets default to automatic operation when activated. They will engage any enemies within their sensor range and arc of fire. The turrets can be controlled manually by an operator. To do this, switch turrets to manual mode, target an enemy, press designate target button. Advantages: the hero can select and fire on targets outside the turret's sensor range. Turrets focus fire on a single target. You can force the turrets into repair mode when damaged. Disadvantages: turrets do not automatically select a new target when their current target is defeated. Okay. I think I'll just leave them active. Alright, and that's just exactly the same info. Okay. Hopefully they stay active and I won't need to go around telling them to wake up again. Are there any more defenses to activate? No. It's just waiting then. I wonder how bad this will get. That was the first wave, and there's not that many of them. It's not too terrible, really. It's annoying that they're not very close together, so that my electricity balls can't really apply debuffs to that many of them at once. But other than that, they're just attacking from one direction at once. Oh no, there's a group over here. Do I want to put them in repair mode? No, it's just that they weren't paying attention. Cool. Do I have to be near the turrets before they'll wake up and do their job? Coming from all directions. Okay. Oh, but these turrets are actually doing their jobs. Well, that's enough of the air cav. Now it's defeat Ripper. Ooh. Hello, Ripper. You need your own truck because you're too big.
You may have beaten my airborne troops, but this party's just getting started.
It's a bit Mad Max, isn't
I'm
it?
taking this site back for Viper if I have to rip you apart myself.
So you're not taking the
Today,
site
you
back?
die.
No, I won't.
This is Captain Urquhart. Air support is rolling in. Weapons hot. I suggest you grab some cover.
Nice.
Oh, you'll pay for that.
I don't think I will, you know. Why do we need to follow him approaching the base? Apparently he's going to boot the door in. That was a pretty shit door, wasn't it?
Scared? You should be.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I've beaten you before. And I'm not impressed. Took a long time the first time. But I did do it. There we go. Pick up your rewards while you are waiting for Captain Urquhart to land his aircraft. Once you speak to him and progress the story, you will not have any further opportunities to do so. Nice of them to warn us. So, where do I pick up my rewards? why can't we get into this base? Are the rewards supposed to have dropped somewhere? There's a lot of dudes drifting about on their feet, on their rocket boots, isn't it? Maybe it just meant the loot that Ripper might have dropped, if he dropped any, but it didn't drop any. Was that guy on the front of this vehicle still alive? Did he get killed by the airstrike? That's not great. This looks like it's Raven Force playing as Silver Goshawk. I wonder whether I can share the mission. I should be able to. Cannot be shared. Hopefully they'll still be able to come and join me regardless. I should probably wait here. Okay. If only there was an ability to teleport your teammates to you. I mean, it probably wouldn't work through adventure packs, but... Hey, welcome, Kayla. Just in the middle of an adventure pack. Aftershock. So this is the base where well, this map really is the area where Serpent Lantern took place. We did that on Monday. We came down and turned off some force fields that were blocking the entrance of this cave by going first through each of these paths to different camps that had generators, and then we went in there and beat up some serpent people. Not a lot actually happened in this fort. It was just, I guess, the fort attached to the cave, so that people working in it and doing stuff in it had somewhere to sleep. But this time we have come back until left a group. Nice. Ooh, cool mask. Until left a group over this direction up here, keeping track of the site. It got attacked. I think the people who were manning that site fled into here, pursued by something. Nice job, technical issues. It looks like you had your hands full here. More until aircav is on the way. We should be able to mop up any Viper stragglers still in the area. Have you figured out what happened to the camp? Was it a Viper attack? I don't think it was.
What was that noise?
Hello, can anyone hear me? If anyone is listening, this is Major Fulani Okonkwo. I am trapped in the basement of the Viper Fort near Camp Lantern with approximately 20 of my men. I have multiple... wounded. Not sure how long we can hold out. Please hurry. We are being attacked by our own men.
that's some Clefothic stuff, that is. What it looks like. Go on to Aftershock Episode 2. Yes, I thought it probably would be. I mean, Ravenforce kind of spoiled the surprise by telling me about what happened next and how this and Demon Flame and Serpent Lantern were related, but that's fine. I don't mind. So there's a bunch of Viper here. I guess we could probably attack them, but I'm not going to, because that's a war crime. The survivors of the Viper assault force are rounded up, even Ripper. The troops that came with me should be able to... The troops that came with me should be able to secure the area for now. You should use this console to speak to Major Okonkwo. Her situation sounds pretty desperate. I wonder where... Oh, he's actually in a force field pod.
Release me now, or else.
That's probably wise. It's a shame we didn't take the opportunity when we were fighting him to actually just do him in. It's good to hear a friendly voice. Technical issues. The last people to answer my distress call were Viper troops. Here's the situation. The interior...
Will find you.
Thanks, Ripper. We really need your input. Here's the situation. The interior of this fort has 2 levels. The upper level has been taken by Viper forces who entered the facility before I could lock down the outside door. Most of the surveillance and security systems have been knocked out by the fighting in here, so I have no idea what they are up to.
You can't hold me forever.
Well, you can't live forever either, so it's fine. My troops and I are trapped in the lower level near the generator room. We are under attack by members of our own unit. We have multiple wounded and our ammunition is running low. If you don't reach us soon, we will be overrun.
I was in my tent early yesterday morning when I heard screaming and camp. Many of my troopers were radiating a sickly purple energy. Some were unable to contain it.
That's bad news.
Before anyone could help them, the afflicted troopers drew their weapons and attacked. I rallied the troops that had not been affected, and we staged a fighting withdrawal back to the fort. I had hoped we could barricade ourselves in the fort until help arrived, but the possessed troopers rushed the door before I could seal it. We were trapped in here for nearly a day before Viper arrived. I contacted the Viper commander for help. Instead of assisting, he sealed his own men in here with us. You know the rest.
That's a pretty bad time. Guess we talk to Urquhart again? Or... Oh no, just wait for the bunker to open. Okay. Enter the bunker.
Look! The door is opening!
Quick reaction times there.
Oh, a hero. Well, I suppose anything is better than being trapped in here. All right, we surrender. If you're smart, you'll follow us out of here.
Mark us down as stupid then, I guess.
This place is cursed!
Between Until attempts to hack the Viper systems after we captured this place and all the fighting today, the security system in this place is a mess. It doesn't help that those Viper soldiers short-circuited your console to jam the door. I'll ping the security servers near you with a diagnostic code. Repeat the sequence back to me. It should give me enough data to route around the damaged circuits and unlock your door. I don't think that's how coding works. But, okay. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you hear during Star Trek, but we're not using Star Trek level technology here at all. Oh, start diagnostic. Right, yes, that would help. Four, three. Yeah. That was definitely 4. What? Okay. 1. Oh, no, damn. Hit 2 rather than 3, sorry. 1. 1. Oh, what? Okay, 4, 4. Repeat the sequence. What the heck was the sequence? Two, 3, 1. Thank you. Well, we'll give it a shot. Just did 2, 3, 1, and then was 1 the last one at the end there. Oh, you're welcome, Deltarus. The colours. Oh, geez. This colours part might be finicky. The last 2 times you tried, all the colours weren't lining up at all. Fun. Well, I just guessed. Is that 3, 2, 2? Thrilling content. I've done this particular AP. Well, it doesn't seem... Okay, 2, 4... Was it 224? What was the first digit? I missed it. 424. Cool. Yeah. What? Two, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. What are you doing now? Why the fuck? Why can't I just burst down the door? The fact that there's such a huge gap between the times you can enter the codes, and then apparently it's repeating the code back to you as you're fucking around trying to get it right, which confuses matters. Yeah, I might as well restart. Is there a way to restart? Do we leave and then...
You can't hold me forever.
What confused me the first time was that the codes were repeating as I was entering them. Sent in a ticket about this before, didn't get a response from it. That's deeply unfortunate. Start diagnostic. Well, I placed a bottleneck there. 3, 4. Pretty sure that was just 3, 4. 2, 2. Two, 1, 2. You also can't do it too quickly either, otherwise it will get confused. Didn't repeat the code. There we go. 2, 1, 2. Cool. 2, 4, 1, 1. Okay, and now I need for it to flash at me. Oh no, shit. It was 2, 4, 1, 1. 2, 2, 4, 3. 2. Beep. Come on. Two, 2, 4, 3. Hooray! Fucking awful, awful design. Ugh.
Why, Tim? Why didn't you stop it? Why'd you let that thing take me?
Sorry, Jim. They're all dead. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a scientist. Wow. That's a huge blowback effect. Ooh, you're an archer. Use the elevator to the second floor. Okay. Oh.
Why didn't you fire? You just stood there. You just let it drag me away. And then you ran back through the portal. God!
This guy's had a really bad day, hasn't he? Oh.
He lies!
Somebody lies, apparently. Understandable. That does happen sometimes. Whoop. Please, can you stop throwing me around? Those are irritatingly far apart. No, don't target the fucking drone. Target the guy. I mean, it's kind of cool that you can maybe shoot it out of the air if you're quick enough, but at the same time, you just defeat the guy and it will disappear. I realise that that's inconsistent. Oh.
You could have saved me! But you saved your own skin instead. No, I don't! Run in this dishuman dimension trap!
These aren't creepy now, but back then they were. Oh, okay. Well, they're quite surprising, aren't they?
Come in! Hold your fire! I said, hold your fire!
Wild. Doesn't help that the gaps that they have to leave, or maybe that have occurred going through like the animation process, make that really, really awkward. Enemy of my enemy and all that. And I thought this day couldn't get any worse. I have to say, technical issues, you're the last person I expected to see in here today. I can only assume, since it was you at the door, that the squads I sent to scavenge ammunition are out of commission. Reasonable assumption, yes. This presents me with a problem. We have costumed do-gooders on one side, Sacco supernaturally powerful undies on the other. That's a good name. And only a handful of grenades and bullets to shoot them all with. Oh, yeah, and apparently our superiors decided to write us off as acceptable losses. Given the situation, I'm amenable to striking a deal rather than shooting you out of hand. What do you say? Enemy of my enemy and all that? Well, shooting me wouldn't do you any good. It hasn't done any Viper soldier before me any good. Including the Supreme Serpent and Ripper, his favourite Serpent Man. Sure, let's ally with them. You say to Jarvis, if the afflicted Until troopers are as dangerous as they seem, I suppose I could use some extra help. But you must promise your troops will not use any more force than needed to subdue these men. Do you accept these conditions? Of course. Your presence here implies Viper no longer controls the fort. We have nothing to gain by antagonizing the Until troopers' friends outside. In return, however, I require assurances from you that my men will not be required to stay in here once we have exhausted their ammunition. I will accompany you into the lower level, but my men will remain here to keep our line of retreat open. Well, that's entirely reasonable. I wouldn't force them to...
You can be reasonable. Okay, man, we're gonna hold the line here.
Wouldn't force them to pull combat knives on the Clifothic horrors that we find below. That would be bonkers. And hopefully this is the last room. This will probably be the yeah, the lift. There we go. Or elevator, if we're American. Warped trooper. There are the monsters. Get them. So their perceptions have been warped to believe that we are monsters. They believe that we are Clyphotic scum. Ah, so there may not, in fact, be... Because I was thinking, you know, it would be pretty awful if someone had found a way to warp unwilling people into Clyphotic monsters against their will. As I've already said, unwilling, like so quickly. Because it seemed like the Trey Kings in Vibora Bay had to spend quite a lot of time and effort warping themselves to look like they did. They had to take a lot of demonic energy into themselves. And yet these guys apparently have had that happen very, very quickly. Like, at the drop of a mortar shell or whatever it was that happened. So it seems maybe both we and they are being affected by hallucinations. See, those head movements are a complete no. I didn't really see them. The kind of like heavy head shaking. Yeah, that's quite horror movie sort of thing, isn't it? I mean, maybe they have genuinely been mutated, but then why would they think that we are the mutated ones? Door is locked. Use the console to contact Okonkwo. Level of exposure is also a factor. Yeah, it could be. One moment while I override the lockdown on that door. I had a chance to speak with some of my men in between attacks. If what they say is correct, it appears that all of the affected troopers are veterans of Operation Demon Flame. Ah. Those poor men were sent to Camp Lantern to rest and recuperate from their ordeal in the Clyphotic realm. HQ deemed this a quiet area where they might relax and put those memories behind them. There must be some connection to those Clyphotic artifacts in the lab. The lab? Just before you last contacted me, I was using the surveillance system to observe the activities of the possessed troopers. I saw some enter the base laboratory. Shortly afterward, there was a tremendous power surge that knocked out many of the systems on this level. We need to find out what is going on in there. The lab contains Clyphotic artifacts brought back for study by the Demon Flame troops. The Viper lab is better equipped to study mystic items than the lab at Until HQ, so the artifacts were sent here. I can't help but believe they are connected with recent events. Where is the lab? The lab is straight through the door and take your first right. There is only one problem. The lab security system and most of the power on this level was knocked out by that surge. We need to repair the generators and reboot the system for you to get into the lab. You should pass pallets of equipment and parts on your way to us. Please collect some replacement parts so we can repair the generators when you get here. I've decided I've taken too long, I guess. Got it. Continue straight down the hall and take a left through the vehicle bay. We're holding on just beyond that near the main generator room. Hurry. I'm on the way. Hey guys. Sorry about all the stuff that happened and such. Ordinary mortals, obviously not really capable of dealing with the Clyphotic in such enormous quantities as we found there. So they're probably actually having flashbacks, not being mind-controlled and given illusions. Well, I suppose they kind of are being put under illusions by their own minds, which is pretty awful. And that the reason that they were capable of being mutated quite so quickly is because they were exposed to enormous amounts of glyphotic energy before. Right, that makes sense. It's unfortunate that that's actually what's happened, not that it's just fiendish illusion. But oh well. Hopefully we can reverse the process. They're not willing subjects, so they've got that going for them. And it hasn't been too long since they mutated. In fact, it's only been, as Akonkwo said, nearly 2 days. Scrounge for parts. Yeah. Fair enough. How exactly are the vehicles in here supposed to get out? I mean, I know that there's big rolling doors in the walls, but we're 2 levels down. How does any of that lead to the outside? Do they all go to one like out ramp, or like where do they all come out? Is what I'm wondering. We didn't see anywhere in the fort, at least, that could be. I mean, maybe one of the buildings had a door that could be an exit for a vehicle, but are they all concealed exits outside in the jungle somewhere? Can't scrounge for parts whilst I'm bleeding or whatever it is. That's an out ramp, and there's an out ramp. Oh no, it's over here, isn't it? Okay. I was just thinking, if there was an out-ramp here and here, well, there's out-ramps here and here, and there's an out-ramp that leads into a corridor. I mean, these could just about work if you turn tightly enough. But this is an impossibility. Archery DPS isn't so bad. Yeah, it seems cool. Hey guys. You actually made it. Major Akonkwo is waiting for you in the generator room. Maybe there's hope after all. Indeed. Technical issues. Stern-faced bringer of hope, and huge quantities of electricity.
You made it. We need to talk. That should do it.
Oh, we need to talk, do we? Okay, I was just going to fart at you.
We need to talk.
The attacks on our position have slowed. That's given me a little time to investigate what is going on here. And I wonder why they've slowed. Could it possibly be our presence? Some of my men heard the other troopers talking about Collins, assuming they mean Sergeant James Collins. I pulled up his file. Yeah, probably. The Spectre that we met on the way in referred to us as Jim, didn't it? He is a veteran of Operation Demon Flame. He was also being treated by the camp doctor for severe depression and night terrors. Collins and his longtime friend Carl Robinson enlisted in Until together. Robinson is one of the troopers who went MIA during Demon Flame. Apparently Collins blames himself for his friend's death. There was one last interesting piece of information in his file. What was that? Sergeant Collins scored above human normal for psychic ability on the aptitude tests he took when he enlisted. His ability was not developed enough that he could consciously use it, but he was psychically sensitive to the minds and strong thoughts of those around him. So Collins is controlling the others? No, there is nothing to indicate his psychic abilities grew after he enlisted. Well, maybe the Clefothic energy is boosting them. No, I believe Sergeant Collins is as much a victim here as anyone. In his emotionally vulnerable state, his psychic ability was like an open window into a was like an open window to his mind. There is a host of psychic and supernatural entities that may have taken advantage of this opening. So what now? Collins is one of the troopers I saw entering the laboratory. I think we'll find our answers there. Once we get the generator back up, I can walk you through rebooting the lab's security console just like we did upstairs. Right, the lab. Going now. Why was it necessary to have us teleport through the door rather than open the door and let us just drift through? I mean, obviously it's changed the lighting, but the lighting changed back in the generator room as well whilst we were in there. So, I don't know if that's true. Oh, that's the case, rather. Is this emergency lighting? This isn't the same kind of lighting that you find in normal Viper bases. What up? Is this about... Oh no! Oh well, we know how it works this time. Well, that's fairly easy. 1. React. 1. 2. 3. Okay. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Come on. 3, 4, 2, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3. The 3 button is sticking. There we go.
What are you waiting for, Jim? We both decided this is for the best. Open your mind to me. complete the ritual.
No, don't.
We can trade places.
Bad idea.
Don't listen to him, Jim. That's not Robinson. He's trying...
Ramirez? You're dead.
Go away!
I have enough ghosts.
Yes, go away!
You're right. You died because of me. It's only fair.
Yes!
What exactly is our character doing during all of this? We opened the door before any of that started.
I've looked forward to seeing you again.
Were we just standing there stupid? Does he have any special info? No. Disappointing. Hawkman, your experiences in STO have caused you to conclude that sometimes the interact animation causes you to lose line of sight to what you're interacting with. Wow. Even when it's right fucking in front of you. So in order to actually get through the stupid colour matching bit there, you have to understand the stupid finicky intricacies of the game engine and not get discouraged or confused. So I'll put, I mean, as I'm putting stuff up on YouTube, I'm describing what I'm doing during the video in general terms. So there will be a tag in the video saying we did Aftershock. So maybe people who are struggling will find that video and be able to look through and see me doing these stupid color matching bits. So the thing is, it will do a code, and then when you're entering the code will appear on the buttons as you're entering it. But sometimes pressing the interact button down here doesn't actually cause the thing to react appropriately. Because, as Hawkman said, sometimes interacting, or the interact animation will cause you to lose sight of the object you're trying to interact with, meaning that it doesn't work. So you just have to keep trying. It gets a bit difficult. I mean, on that occasion we had it 3, 4, 5, a sequence of 3 numbers, 4 numbers, then 5 numbers. So it might be difficult to remember the sequence of 5. I can remember a sequence of 4 numbers. Generally speaking, as long as I am concentrating. The first time upstairs it was 2, 3, 4, and this time it was 3, 4, 5. Hopefully it won't show up again, so that we get 4, 5, 6. But if you're going into Aftershock, I would suggest getting a pen and notepad, or like a note app open on your phone or something, and making a note of the sequence of numbers. Make sure that you get the thing to react when you enter your sequence, and then it should be okay. You should be able to manage to get through. Yeah, typing it in chat also works. One example from STO is because the object you're interacting with is the lit up screen and not the entire console. Otherwise the lagging it has will make me forget. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great system. I'm thankful that it hasn't shown up anywhere else in the game, and hopefully it won't show up in further adventure packs. Like fair enough, experiment with something new. This doesn't work. Would be preferable if they could change it so that it was just interact with object, open door, you know, instead of having to rely on the player to get the sequence correct in an engine, in a method that just isn't built for doing it. This might be why it hasn't been reused. Yeah. I'm not sure what just happened, but we need to get out of here. My console is showing enormous power surges throughout the bunker. The security system is malfunctioning and opening and closing doors at random. If you are unable to use the main lab door, there is an emergency exit on the east side of the room. It leads to a staircase that will take you to the armory on the upper level. We will take another route. Good luck, and I will see you on the surface. Server reset puzzle has the entire server as an interact object. That time distortion effect actually alters server time, which is dangerous. How do you mean it alters server time? Does it affect the server's internal ability to track time? So we're slightly behind people on the displayed clock in the game. No, okay. So we want to go through here. Portal has info. Oh, it's just the same info as you would see on any Clifothic horror. Slows down the rate at which the game processes animations. It alters how the server understands time, which means that it can be permanently break it. Did you see how slowly your lightning bolts were moving? Yeah, something along those lines made the dev I spoke to about it scream. I mean, it's a really cool effect, but if it comes close to breaking the game, then it's probably a good idea. It's probably a good thing that it doesn't get used very much. I mean, I had been thinking when we were doing Demon Flame last week, or no, on Monday, because we finished it on Monday and we were doing, yeah, anyway, on Monday, I was kind of thinking this would be a really cool effect if there was a way of allowing people to have a time control power set, or even just enemies in specific locations who have time control powers. I mean, I guess that's kind of what we have in these Clifothic demons, but if it was used in a social zone, everyone in zone would be slowed. Yeah, that's true. There isn't really a way of... Oh, this looks like everyone's having a bad time, doesn't it? Christ. Can you imagine being in Ren Center and someone out in West Side uses the time power and everything slows? That would get annoying. So fair enough that they don't use it. Have we been pulled into... Yeah, we've been pulled into the Clifothic zone. I was like, this is a huge crater over... back behind there. Time control powers would be very cool. I agree that... Well, yeah. I mean, there's time control powers in City of Heroes. But they only affect the enemies which they target.
Rip your spleen out through your nose.
Rather than it being like everything slows down, including the animations thing. I believe this situation epitomizes the phrase "out of the frying pan and into the fire." The good news is we were able to...
Rip your spleen out through your nose.
Could you stop that, please, Ripper? The good news is we were able to rescue a number of the afflicted troopers as we evacuated the base. They are resting inside. I don't know if it's this place or the completion of Colin's ritual, but many of them seem to have made a full recovery. Still, I think we should keep an eye on them until we discover
We'll find you.
what's truly going on here. And the bad news? That list is a bit longer. It appears we have been transported to the Clyphothic dimension. Our arrival here was fairly violent and most of the bunker interior has collapsed. The main radar dish broke Ripper's cage when it collapsed. He is still weak from the earlier fight, but I suspect once he has regained his strength, he will be a problem. So let's just kill him! Last, and definitely not least, I have no idea how we get home.
I'll rip your spleen out through your nose.
No, you won't. Stop it. Viper is my area of expertise, not magical rituals and chaos dimensions. There must be something we can do. Ripper is such a cheerful guy. And somehow Ripper lived. Yes, somehow. I mean, he's pretty tough, I think. He survived a missile strike earlier, so it's not surprising that even a falling radar dish
We'll get out of here.
wouldn't...
And when I do...
Is he done? Seems like it. His animation stopped. But his sentence was, when I get out of here, what I'll do... Will you bleed a bit? Complain? His infotext has been updated. Ah, nice. Inches from death after an acid explosion during a botched robbery.
We'll get out of here. And when I do...
The once Viper soldier was given a second chance. Dr. Philip Moreau managed to save him by grafting armor plating to his body in place of the lost skin, installing a special exoskeleton to replace his lost muscles, and
We'll get out of here. And when I do...
subjecting him to expensive drug treatments, increasing his pain resilience. Over time, he became known as the Ripper, one of Viper's most powerful and uncontrollable superhuman assets. Yeah, I think during the Viper's Nest adventure on Monster Island, he just has the same infotext as any Viper agent. I'd like time controllers on CO to basically stop the enemy from damaging players while you stop damaging them for a few seconds.
Now, or else.
But at the end it could do all the damage at once or something. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how that would work. I don't know whether City of Heroes is really capable of like putting damage on hold and like on pause and then applying it all at once. It would be massively devastating though, something like that. I surveyed the area from the walls earlier. There is a structure on the south, I believe, or to the south, I believe, is the portal used during the Operation Demon Flame. If it is, that is probably our best chance to return to our own dimension. Can you investigate this area?
We'll find you.
Yeah, alright, Ripper. Could you perhaps chill, please? We need to move quickly. I am sure the inhabitants of this dimension have already noted our arrival. I expect an attack at any moment. Oh, I can't attack him. Nuts. Oh well.
You can't hold me forever.
Yeah, alright, anyway. There's an effect sort of like that in CO. Empathic amplification takes healed damage and can redirect it into an attack. Not sure if advantage still exists. Yeah, I haven't really explored the mental powers, so I don't know all their ins and outs. But, I mean, I suppose that there's mindful reinforcement where it will protect you for a certain amount of damage, and if there's any shield left over at the end of the duration, it heals you for that amount. So it's obviously capable of keeping track of such numbers. But I mean, even if it was just hold an enemy in a time bubble, or like slow them down so that they can't attack as quickly, and like it would be I imagine it would be a set much like the ones in City of Heroes, really, where it's either buff your allies by making them faster and healing them more quickly and stuff, or debuff your enemies by slowing them down. I mean, you would want to make it different from... wow, you're doing lots of damage quickly there, aren't you?
The portal is sealed. Believe me, we've tried it many times.
We? Holy shit, hombre. That's a bad time. I'm glad he wasn't killed by the thingy of despair that we met earlier. The portal closed shortly after the last Until troops retreated through it. Yeah, that was us. Sorry about that. If I can only assume witchcraft... I can only assume witchcraft sealed it from the other side. When this portal dimmed, most of us lost hope of ever making it home. Yes. Who are you? My name is Juan Ramirez. I was attached to Major Baudreau's unit during Operation Demon Flame. The upper brass felt that my particular talent would be useful against supernatural threats. I'm psychic, so you're not a ghost. No, not yet. I'm one of the small group of Until survivors who were left behind at the end of Operation Demon Flame. We managed to find shelter in caves and have been scraping by on freeze-fried rations and improvised weapons. I'm both very happy and terrified to see you. Terrified? I'm glad to see you because it means there might be some hope of getting home. I'm terrified because there's something in those towers wants you here, and here you are. Technical issues, and in this case Silver Goshawk, is one of the worst things that you could put into a trap, because we will fucking wreck your shit. Although it's convenient because it means we get to find our enemies and deal with them more quickly. I don't have much time. I have to keep moving. I'll explain more later. You should get back to the fort and let Major Okonkwo know she needs to mount a rescue operation.
Someone is coming. I must keep moving.
Righto.
I'll contact you again soon.
I'm glad that he was still audible. So this is a tower. It was Luther Black's. It's not. It's difficult to identify it as a tower from outside in silhouette without knowing that, but I don't know what else is a tower. I mean, presumably each of these previous locations that we visited, or no, that's not one of the things. Here, you can't really see on the map. Oh no, here we are. So here, here, and here. Maybe those are towers as well? I mean, I didn't really check when I was outside them what the thing looked like. Oh well. Ramirez and some others are still alive. That's the first good news I've heard in a while.
We'll get out of here. And when I do...
We must do what we can to rescue them. Ramirez said he would contact us again. And here he is. Or something's happening anyway.
Problem, Major. We got hostiles inbound.
I'm surprised those things still have power.
Viper will find you!
Defend the fort. Well, we can definitely do that. Ooh, there's a beefy guy in it. Wait. Stop where you are, Nightmare Demolisher. Pick on someone of your own capability. Pick on the soldiers. Maybe I should rebuild technical issues as just a straight up tank so that I've got some abilities with, or some powers with threat generation, so that I can like control who enemies are attacking. I think I've probably got a few advantage points that I don't absolutely need to have spent on the things that I've spent them on. I'd have to recheck the build. I haven't really looked at it for a while.
Get out of here. And now's our chance. Grab weapons from the fallen Andes and head for the transport.
Okay. Because you've attempted to break out and flee, it's no longer a war crime to attack you, because you're no longer, strictly speaking, prisoners. Which is a bad move on your part.
We won't make it far without the transport.
I don't think you would have made it far with the transport.
We'll surrender once these horrors are out of the way.
Very impressed that the grill over his mouth is moving in time with his jaw there. That's some grade A animation. Oh, he's given up. Nuts. Stricken by a sudden attack of common sense. Rescue until survivors. Oh, listen to Thingamy. Right.
Lieutenant Ramirez reporting, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear you're still alive, Lieutenant. Can you tell me what is going on here?
I'll try, ma'am. There are still pieces of this I'm trying to figure out myself. The Clefothic realm warps all it touches. Every soldier involved in Operation Demon Flame was affected to some extent or another. The length of exposure wasn't long enough to cause insanity, but it did alter their minds. As a result, all Demon Flame veterans share an unconscious mental bond.
The troopers at Camp Lantern, their nightmares and visions, the waking hallucinations, they were caused by this bond?
Near as I can tell, ma'am.
Bond? James Bond.
About a week ago, a few of us were captured by servants of the Kings of Edom. They took us to one of the towers. Not sure which. For days and days, they tortured all of us, both mentally and physically. I tried to use my abilities to shield the minds of myself and the others, but it wasn't enough. Robinson's mind snapped. He went insane. That was the opening they needed. Robinson's ravaged mind served as a conduit to his comrades back on Earth. Those beasts forced Clefothic energy through this conduit. The men on the other end were driven insane, and even warped physically. They used Robinson's memories to torment and manipulate Collins. I entered Robinson's mind and used the connection to appear to you and others, but it was no use. The ritual was completed, and now you're here. To what end? I don't know. I believed they were going to kill me for interfering, so I used my abilities to escape. I'm on the run in one of the towers. It's only a matter of time until I'm caught.
That is not going to happen, Ramirez. We will make sure you and all of the other survivors make it home. Let's plan this rescue operation.
Boot the door in and mess up everyone who gets in our way. Survivors split up into 3 groups. We didn't have the strength to fight, so we figured smaller groups could hide more easily, and if one cave was discovered, they wouldn't get all of us. The first cave is located in the hills southwest of the old portal where we first spoke. The second cave is on a cliff face just north of the fortress. The third cave... What's wrong?
They found me!
What's the use? We're just going to end up like those Demon Flame veterans, warped monstrosities. Better to die here than live like that. On your feet, soldier. This only happened because some of them got left behind. Sorry, don't know what came over me. Must be this place, I guess. Absolutely this place. That's one of the effects of one of the beings that lives here. From what Ramirez said, it doesn't sound like the survivors are in any shape for a cross-country march. I think our best bet is the Osprey. It's out of rockets, but there is still some chain gun ammo left. We should have enough fuel for a few short flights out and back. We don't have any backup though, so we need to be cautious. I'm going to need you to make sure I have a clear landing zone and to cover me while the survivors load. How will we communicate? Radios don't work very well here. I think I saw some smoke grenades in those crates near the plane. Grab some of those. Once I'm in position, use those to signal me. If you get into trouble, throw a red grenade. I'll make a strafing run if I have any ammunition remaining. Once the area is clear, throw a blue grenade and I'll come in for a pickup. Visibility is limited and I'll be watching the caves, so if you use the grenades elsewhere, I may not spot it. Got it. Red strafe, blue all clear.
I'll get airborne immediately. Meet me at the cave near the portal.
I might as well take all, but I don't think that we're going to need red grenades. The Osprey has enough ammunition to make 5 attack runs. If you are unsure how much ammunition is remaining, check the green bar floating above the vehicle. Major Urquhart will signal you when he reaches his holding position. If he sees a red smoke grenade near a cave when he is at this position, he will make an attack run. If he sees a blue smoke grenade, he will attempt to land and load survivors. If the Osprey takes too much damage while loading, Urquhart will abort the pickup and circle around again. If you run out of grenades, you can get more from the crates at the fortress. Okay, I probably want to put one of those grenades in my device bar. There we go. Let's get going. Hey guys, what's happening? One guy was just stood there watching us take on all of his friends. That's not blue smoke. Oh yeah. Thanks for the warning. Could you guys maybe not come out one at a time? Could you come out all at once? That might be a bit more helpful. Yeah, even if I'm not playing alongside anyone else, if I have another mission like this, it would really be helpful to be able to control the threat that I generate, or at least generate enough threat that I gain or keep the attention of mobs that come in at me. So that I can defend the principles in escort missions like this. He's probably dead inside. What? Give up tactical spacing? I'm not quite sure. Sorry, I probably missed what you were responding to in those messages. Welcome, by the way, Captain Patriot. Nice to have you along. Alright, that's probably you were responding to the guys coming out of the cave one at a time. Just saying those people who you rescued are probably dead on the inside. Yeah, well, perhaps literally, almost certainly figuratively. They don't seem to have been having a very good time, do they? The guys and then coming out of the cave. Oh, right, okay. It was the guys coming out of the cave one at a time. I thought maybe you were responding to me saying I want to have better threat management, and that was like give up tactical spacing. I was like, I'm not quite sure how that, but no, I understand what you meant. Some gear I can slot a confront mod on. Yeah, I guess probably. I don't really know much about building for tanking in the game. Don't really know anything about the mods I would need. At the moment I'm still using heirloom gear. It's served me well enough so far, I think. Still got full set. I don't know. I mean, really, after this, it's just adventure packs, and there's only a handful of them. So we're probably drawing close to the end of content. So I don't really know that I want to spend the time and effort first learning how exactly I need to choose gear, and then I'm impressed that they can manage to jump out and land in the Osprey. I don't know that I want to spend the time and resources to learn how to do tanking gear. I think I'll probably be okay just with having challenge on a couple of my powers, so that that generates extra threat that way. And hopefully that will be enough. Have I tried resistance yet? I'll have to help you. I haven't done resistance yet. That'll be the next one. Probably won't be able to do it. No, won't be able to do it today. We'll probably be doing it on Friday. I mean, I don't know how much longer this will take. I'm not sure where you're off to, Ravenforce. We need to go and talk to Okonkwo. So I'll be doing resistance on Friday. It will go quicker if there's more people there, so you're absolutely welcome to come. We're probably not going to get to it today. In fact, we might be going over. It depends on how long this one is. Good work, technical issues. I just hope this effort wasn't in vain. We still need to find that last cave and then find a way home. With luck, Ramirez will contact us again. Or we could maybe just try following the screaming.
I'm sorry, Major. They caught me. They forced me to reveal the location of the last group of survivors. They're sending an army of horrors there right now. I haven't even been able to tell them you're coming.
We'll figure something out. We are going to rescue those men. And we are going to rescue you. Just hang in there.
If I might make a suggestion, we don't have the men or firepower to take on a force of that size. But we do have some other assets.
Well, the Viper agents.
Ripper is in the same boat as we are. It's a long shot, but maybe he'd listen to reason and help us.
It is a long shot.
We don't have enough fuel or ammo for the Osprey to be of much use in the air, but the old girl may have one last part to play. Packed full of chaos energy from those vents outside, she'll make a heck of a bang when she hits the ground. So, what do you think?
This certainly complicates things. If the survivors don't know we're coming, they are probably hidden away somewhere deep inside. That means a quick extraction with the Osprey is out. We can't abandon the fort until we have found a way to get everyone home, but we don't have enough troops remaining to fight our way to that cave. I'm afraid it's up to you, technical issues. Captain Urquhart and a number of the recovered Demon Flame veterans have volunteered to go with you. I'm afraid that's all we can spare. As the captain pointed out, you may be able to turn the Osprey into a flying bomb or enlist Ripper's help. I leave these choices to you. Why don't we, the superheroes, just go into the cave, find the guys, pull them out, and at that point put down a flare and hold off the army of horrors. I mean, we haven't struggled so far. 3 options: Ripper, Kamikaze Osprey, or tank it ourselves. I usually go for option 3, really. It's the most super option. Ripper helping means Ripper will probably die. That's tempting. Now that you've said maybe Ripper will die if he helps, I kind of want to get rid of him, but I don't know that we'll actually be able to convince him. Let me guess. You're in a bind and want my help. You're running out of undies, so you thought, hey, let's throw Ripper and his boys to the wolves. Am I right? No, just you. The others can stay. Jarvis said you could be trusted. I tell you what. My men and I will help you rescue your lost undies on one condition. If and when we get back to Earth, we all go free. Can you agree to that? I mean, maybe their experiences so far will have caused them to be willing to turn on Viper and leave. I mean, that would be the ideal end goal. Ripper dying, and these guys leaving Viper. But I don't want to let them all free on the off chance that Ripper survives. You only have the no option. Maybe it's because I agreed to the guy Jarvis's demands before. I think I'll leave it. I think we'll just do it on our own. Yeah, I didn't think so. Guess keeping Big Bad Ripper locked down is more important than those undies. I should be flattered. Now get out of my face. No. I think it should be fairly transparent that I was trying to get him killed there. I'm perfectly happy to do this solo. Only the leader can choose. Ah, fair enough. Because I reckon we can manage it. I have a very high opinion of... Whoa, that's quite a lot of guys, isn't it? Quite a high opinion of our capability. You do hit very hard. Is this all of them, is it? No? Okay. We can probably manage. As long as we don't pull them all at once. So I should probably face away from the others, just to make sure that my Jiggerbolt, my Geigerbolt, doesn't lance through him and into the others. He's not really hitting all that hard. Or he's not hitting me hard. Maybe the Clifothic horrors will tell ghost stories about us. Oh, no. Managed to pull all of them. Ah, well. Make sure to pick up your reward for defeating the army of horrors before entering the cave. What reward? What reward, friend? Stuff that they were dropping? Alright, well, I can't see any rewards.
You actually came for us. We had given up hope on being rescued.
Thank you. But you need to hurry. Some of those horrors entered the cave through a back passage during the fighting.
Of course.
Grab some of the others. I think they're taking them to one of the towers. Come on!
He's been deeply affected by clyphothic energies. He no longer needs to move his legs to walk.
Where is he?
Perhaps we ought to have augmented his brain as well.
My apologies, Supreme Serpent. Our transport was destroyed.
Destroyed? You fool! We must reach the tower fast!
What does he have in this game? What horse does he have in this race? Doesn't seem as though leaving him behind in custody has done anything to affect his ability to escape, which is... I suppose it makes sense. Maybe we were the main reason he wasn't trying to escape in the first place, and since we were gone, spending a long time fighting... Dr. Schmidt. It gave him the opportunity to escape. You showed up just in time. Technical issues. We had all but given up hope of being rescued. Our supplies have nearly run out. We've resorted to eating those little winged demons. They taste like chicken, marinated in sulfur. Ugh. We heard the fighting outside, and I came to the entrance to investigate. I saw part of the battle. Didn't think you had a chance against that horde of horrors, but you pulled it out. Try it the other way around. I don't think the horrors had a chance against me. You said they took the others. Sorry, it's hard to stay focused when you're this hungry. Yes, while you were fighting outside, more horrors entered the cave behind us. Don't know how they got in. Maybe there's a passage we missed. Maybe they used a portal. It doesn't really matter how they got in. What does matter is that they have captured the others and are taking them away. You need to hurry. I'd come with you, but I barely have enough strength to stand. Well, props for spirit. But it's entirely understandable. It's only a matter of time before more horrors come to the cave. You go after the captives. We'll get Schmidt patched up and hold the entrance until you return. Here, this is some more of those statues frozen in a pillar that I first noticed in the cave that we fought one of the Crowns of Crim in, Phoenix. Except there, only enough of the pillar was visible. Well, I suppose it's like a... Not really a pillar, is it? It's a spike, a stalagmite. Only enough of it was visible to think, oh, maybe it's a pillar. But no, it's a glyphothic thing. More Aftershock memories coming back. Have you not done this recently then? No, not in several years. That's quite a while. Is there a particular reason? Is it just not terribly good? Like, does it not offer you such good returns for the time investment, like for farming? Or is it just not a good experience? I mean, I could understand the insert code here sections being a discouraging element, but other than that, it's been fairly enjoyable. Usually run this stuff in full teams. Team runs normally RP or straight run, so this is kind of new to you. Oh, fair enough. I guess we're kind of RPing. I'm responding perhaps in a similar way to technical issues might respond. Although we're not talking to one another in character, I guess. So I think I'll get more runs in. Yeah. I mean, there's certainly a lot to RP about in here, isn't there? Like rescuing soldiers who got left behind. That's an extremely heroic thing to be aiming to do. And even though we weren't responsible for Luther Black, like, doing his bullshit, we're still the reason that those soldiers came in to the Clyphothic realm in the first place, so I do feel responsible for them. Low-key think Aftershock still creeps you out at some level. Well, it is a very creepy setting, so I would understand. It's helping you get over the fear. I hope being here with I don't mean to brag or anything, but like technical issues is very difficult to kill. Hopefully being here with a very difficult to kill almost tank is helping you out. Who's like poking fun at everything instead of being intimidated. So this, hold on, aren't these, well no, they're not Viper, but they turn up in Viper camps a lot, so I guess, I mean, they're just generic, like, munitions boxes, I guess. So this is obviously the camp that they set up before. I'm surprised that there's still a fire going, actually. But yeah, it must be very difficult to solo this, certainly with a DPS style character. Ooh.
We've finally captured the last of these until troublemakers.
No, you haven't.
Close this passage behind us, brute.
Surprised that they're speaking English.
Worms.
They're not worms, they're clearly Clyphothic horrors. We've fought worms. They look like Earthworm Jim. Help people with parts of Aftershock, but never played it front to back. It'd be long. Same here. It takes a while and it requires more input from you to run through this part. By the way, you can add tells and team chat to the NPC tab, so you don't have to keep switching tabs. Ah, that's helpful. Thank you. How do I do that? APs just aren't meant to be soloed. Which accent does she have? She was calling the humans worms. Oh, right, okay. I see. Well, I mean, she's a Cthulhu horror. I don't suppose that she has to have any particular accent that we would recognise. It's impressive enough that she's speaking English. You would think that Cthulhu horrors would right-click on the tab names, see the options. Ah, thank you. Chat system. Team. Tell. Okay, there we go. Cool. It's appearing in the NPC tab. Thank you. And thank you for Captain Patriot for letting me know that I could do that. Right, here. Examine rock. You hobbled after us all this way.
Wait!
They sent scouts down that passage when we first moved in here.
None of them ever returned. We have no idea what's back there.
That's fine. I don't mean to brag or anything. Chap. What's his name anyway? Schmidt. I don't mean to brag, Schmidt, but now that we're here, we are the most formidable thing in the Cthulhu realms. Or at least around here, anyway. Oops. Ah, that's an actual demon. A fire demon. How's it going, Bale? Are they Christian, do you suppose? Christian Bale? That was a terrible joke, I'm sorry. But why would fire demons be in the Cthulhu realm? This is a bit twisty, isn't it? Oh, hello.
You trespassed in the territory of Demoiselle Nocturne, Mistress of Nightmares. Turn back now, or be destroyed.
What a daft voice. Not remotely impressed by you. What's your info tell us? Demon. Okay. Yeah, they look like demon guys. That's the animation for Soul Vortex, but bigger. It's even got the sound from Soul Vortex as well. Woof. Your French is excused. Oh, there's a dude in there. Holy shit. We need to get him out. Into Kovar's nightmare. That sounds like a bad time. Jarek Kovar is trapped in a painful and shameful memory from an earlier part of his Until career. Helping him to successfully navigate this dream will free him from Demoiselle Nocturne's control. Nocturne's nightmares are deadly, however. Should Kovar die in this dream, his body will share his mind's fate. Which leaves our fate, being that we are in his mind, a little bit in question. Oh, these guys are resilient. Until it was investigating the black market sale of chemicals used in nerve toxins. An anonymous tip led to a warehouse on the outskirts of Prague. An Until squad was dispatched to raid the location and seize the illegal chemicals. Instead of a weapons cache, they discovered a laboratory where the nerve toxins were used to reanimate the dead with an appetite for human flesh. Ah, zombies then. Is it exactly the same? Yeah. Not sure how he is expressing his appetite for human flesh, given that he's got a grill covering his entire mouth, but okay, dude. Wild. I'm glad that they took chances in experimenting with stuff like this, even if not many people like it. I quite like this. Kovar must be with you. Oh, right. Where the heck's Kovar? Oh, right, he's hiding back here. Cool. Quick, get down before they see you. What are you doing back there? Hiding. This place is crawling with reanimated bodies. This was supposed to be an easy raid. No action, they said. I just finished basic training last week. I'm not ready for this. Where is your squad? Probably eaten. Sergeant Thompson told me not to touch anything, but I accidentally bumped into a control panel. Lights started flashing and those tubes started opening. Creatures came out of them and attacked us. I don't know that just bumping into one control panel would be enough to do that. But this is, bad memory, certainly. I got confused. Wasn't sure what to do, so I ran and hid back here. I heard a bunch of shooting back in the direction of the main lab, but it's been quiet for a few minutes now. I think they're dead. We should find your comrades. They're dead, and I'm next if I go out there. They are depending on you. You're right. I need to look for them. They would do the same for me. Give me a second. Okay, I'm good. Let's go. Fire demons took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Oh wow, I missed a lot of yeah, fair. Until is an international agency. One could call it heresy at that. The fire demons took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Now, as for why fire demons are in Qliphoth? Yeah, no idea. They should, in theory, hate Qliphoth too. Nocturne is a boss on the alerts. Okay. That wasn't Nocturne talking, it was a random minion. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was Nocturne. So it was the same bio as random minion. Kovar's nightmare is a trap. Note the use of grayscale light filter. Dr. Frankenstein. Looks like a bad 1950s black and white sci-fi horror movie. Yeah, it is reminiscent of that. Is it just me, or is he quite slow moving? Oh no, it's not. It's just me. It's not really Frankenstein, it's more, well, like the Reanimator, the Lovecraft story, and later film by Carpenter? John Carpenter? Did he make the Reanimator films? Or at least one of them. That sounds about right. Is there more back here? Oh right, he runs back to where he was before and then moves slowly forwards through a preset path. That's great. Reanimator with Jeffrey Combs, yeah. Require additional biomass. Things will get a bit awkward if he doesn't heal himself up after combats or between fights or something. Because neither of us have healing powers as far as I'm aware. He seems to have quite a lot of health. Got a lot of health, and oh right, he's benefiting from my Sentinel aura, which is healing him. And it's not much, but it's there at least. Should we deal with the other monsters around here? I told you that they were dead. Sarge! Gah!
Sarge! What happened? We were overrun. I took a claw in the side. I thought you'd been killed. Thanks for coming back. I'm not making it out of here without some help. Hear more of them coming. Get ready.
Why did they put that over the heads of the two dudes? How do you guys feel about balls of lightning? Hope to God they don't get faster. I don't think that they will. Stop control powering me, fuckers. I don't think I'll ever not be salty about control powers working on players, but player control powers not working on enemies. nearly dead. Fuck. Well. Edits on the comic panels after the initial release. That needs a healer. Well, I don't know how many waves there were, but we were close to the end at least. So let that be a lesson to those of you attempting this in the future. Definitely bring a healer along. I wonder whether we'll be able to help the rest of them. If it's all like that, I mean, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it'll just be get in, find the dudes not in soul vortexes and help them leave. Oh, for fuck's sake. Rescue Elspeth McAllister. What's this one going to be involving, do you reckon? Will we fail if we can't save any of them? This is a worse accent. It's clearly trying for Irish.
I can't let her catch me.
One lost, they get harder. This one is involved. You actually need to type in local chat here. Oh lord, I hate this one. When Elspeth Ellie McAllister was young, her mother fell victim to a degenerative brain disease. She killed Ellie's father in a fit of dementia and tried to kill Ellie. Her mother's condition is hereditary, so Elspeth secretly fears the same madness may consume her one day. Help Ellie by signaling her. Help Ellie by signaling her when it is safe to move to a new location. Signal Ellie by standing near her and calling her name in local chat. If she hears you, she will run to a new hiding spot. Ellie's next hiding spot is always marked by a ghostly vision of her. Ellie vanishes temporarily if her mother comes too close to her hiding spot. She does not respond to calls while hiding. You can distract her mother from chasing Ellie by calling to her as well. Her mother catches onto this trick quickly, though. Remember, Demoiselle Nocturne's nightmares are deadly. If McAllister is caught, her terror will destroy both mind and body. Can't we just attack her mother?
Only reckon it well. Get over here, now! Elspeth McAllister, you come out right now! Daddy said Mommy has a disease. I don't want to get sick like that.
Okay, well, she's hidden now at least.
Daddy said Mommy has a disease. I don't want to get sick like that.
Elspeth, come out this instant!
I have no idea where she's going to go next until she actually starts. Oh no, over here. Okay. So it does show up before.
I see you.
Okay. So it does show up before you call her name.
When I find you,
Is it safe?
Where the fuck she's gone?
Don't let her catch me!
Oh, she's here. She's moved on. Probably would have been too convenient if she'd stayed in one room.
Is it safe?
You can probably move her twice. Oh, maybe not.
come out right now.
No, don't. Yeah, she's on her way back here.
You come back here this instant.
What's the full length of her patrol route? Oh, here. That's not much time.
Why did she hurt
I'm
Daddy?
so tired. Let's rest. Get over here now. Get over here.
Doesn't leave much time. That one. But this one, you have got a decent amount of time.
When I find you,
Ah, for fuck's sake.
get over here now.
Thought I hit the enter key. Was that the same VA as just Black Harlequin? I have no idea.
Right now.
Never even seen this one played before. Can type enter, up arrow, enter to repeat the text. Ah, yeah.
Why did she hurt Daddy?
Elspeth, come out this instant.
How big is this home?
You come back here this instant.
Isn't this woman a bit old to be the mother of a child as young as Ellie looks like? No, leave it another circuit.
Elspeth, come out this instant. I see you.
Yeah, the floor's horrible. You can't. She's hiding behind. She's currently hidden.
Why
There we
did
go.
she hurt Daddy?
Get moving, kid.
When I find you, you come back here this instant.
Is it safe?
Stop standing there.
You down. For your man. You come back here this instant.
No, leave it another circuit.
Oh, I'm so tired. Let's rest.
Then go to bed, you old fuck.
Get over here, now!
Is it safe?
Since it's based on memories, it might be the mother's current age, not the age she was murdered. Not the age the murder happened. Yeah, it could be.
Come on, we'll be safe in my room.
Why is she laughing? That's definitely the laugh emote. Or maybe it's point and laugh.
Oh, I'm so tired. Let's rest.
Elspeth McAllister's mother, Edna, fell victim to a degenerative brain disease while Elspeth was a child. She killed Elspeth's father during... Oh, it's gone. Well, we managed that one at least.
I thought I put that day behind me, but I guess not. The fear of becoming ill like my mother has haunted me. I shouldn't let the past prevent me from having a future.
She sounds Scottish.
I think I can make it on my own.
The event left deep emotional scars. Her mother's condition is hereditary, so Elspeth secretly fears that the same madness may consume her someday. Well, we saved one of them at least. Oops, these bloody stupid plant things. I don't know how this one's working. I mean, generally, they seem to be like following gravity. Well, this isn't quite, but this one's quite egregious. It should be... I guess they can't really... Oop, hello. It's like a physical artifact.
There truly is no rest for the wicked. First, you defeat my master, Luther Black, exiling me here. And then you come into my cave and try to steal my toys.
They're not yours.
I am Demoiselle Nocturne, mistress of nightmare. You will pay for cursing me. Fortunately, I was able to fix one of my playmates. I believe you've already met Cowardly Kovar.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Enslaved psyche of Jarek Kovar, slain in one of Demoiselle Nocturne's nightmares. Yeah, that sucks. Let's get into, ooh, that's a really weird effect on her, isn't it? It's like bruised or rotting flesh. Demoiselle Nocturne's husband murdered her as she slept. She returned from the realm of dreams as a vengeful spirit of nightmare. She entered her husband's body through his dreams and was reborn in the flesh by literally turning his body inside out. Wow. That's dark. Like, there are a few dark things here and there in the game, but that's... woof. Sorry, Kovar. I want to say Kovac, but that's not right.
Enough. I tire of these games. Ah, the smell of fear coming from you is most enticing. You fear for the captured soldiers. You fear you won't reach them in time.
No, I don't.
I can tell you, they are already beyond your reach.
I don't believe you.
They have been taken to one of the towers.
That's not beyond my reach.
I am going to this tower to join my master, Luther Black.
Isn't Luther Black fucked?
Follow me if you dare. Just know that to remain here is to die. This world is coming to an end. Pleasant dreams.
Clear skin gets as an aura and makes your skin kind of oily looking. I think it's actually called Nocturne Aura. Probably part of Blood Moon. Yeah, I have it on my Darkness character. I love Nocturne's voiceover. Yeah, she's slightly demented. Ooh, rewards. Thank you. Take items. That wasn't great. To the tower. This is quite a long one. I have to be quick. Today is Terminus. For the horrors, it's like Christmas, Halloween, and the 4th of July all rolled into one. It marks the death of this world and the beginning of the end of it for another. The old avatars die and are replaced with new ones. The kings of Edom themselves are present for the crowning of new avatars. All of the horrors in the tower have been fattened up with pure chaos energy. They're nearly bursting with it. Their sole purpose today is to serve as tasty treats for the kings when they arrive. They want to be eaten. They believe they'll be reborn when the avatars enter a new world to consume. When the kings arrive. That's pretty bad news. I'm quite confident, but I don't think that I could deal with kings of Edom. Talk to Ramirez. I just did that. What a hell of a place for this to get bugged. Oh, there we go. Can you talk to him? Of course we stop that cycle soon. So things get weirder. He's got a speech bubble over his head, but I can't interact with him. Ah, there we go. I have to be quick. When the kings arrive. That was the same voice text as, well, not voice text, that was the same text as before. Check Discord. Okay, I mean, it's fine to send me the next the text from the next voice, or like not voice lines, but Kings of Edom. Yeah, don't even think about fighting them. The avatars are strong. The kings themselves are elemental forces of destruction and chaos. I don't have a problem with the kings chowing down on their servants, but the avatars have placed some of our men in cages to act as sacrificial lambs. Silver Goshawk, you have to get them out of there. When you defeat a horror, it should leave behind some residual chaos energy. Gather this energy up. When you have enough, move near a cage. The energy should bleed into the cage and destroy it. Robinson, myself, and a few others are locked in the throne room with the avatars. I hope to see you there. Ah, okay. And then the horrors on this map drop chaos energy when defeated. Move over the glowing orb to collect it. Collect 10 stacks of chaos energy. Look for the status icon below your health bar to gain a glowing chaos aura. Move near a caged until soldier while the aura is active to destroy the cage. Rescuing all 5 soldiers earns a special reward. The chaos energy dissipates quickly, so move fast. Okay. And now the door's open, so we can move on.
The guests of honor have arrived. Make your way to the throne room. Feel free to partake in the entertainment we have provided.
Yeah, fair point. May not have time to read much, so...
This is truly a glorious day. The kings have come to consume the last morsels of this dying world. You should hurry. Making the kings wait could be unpleasant.
Well, this stuff is still in the text up here, so I can probably go back over it and look at it afterwards, since we need to rush for this bit, apparently.
to you.
Time is malleable here. Has it been minutes or a millennia? Release me from this feeble mortal shell that I may escape the pain.
You will live on in mankind's nightmares!
How touching. I think one of us should go for picking up the orbs. So I guess you, because you're a bit quicker. And I'll avoid getting the orbs so that, oops, I think, yeah, no, I didn't pick that one up. So that we're not trying to share the resource around. Oh damn it, that's too. Sorry. Do we know where the person is that we need to free? Oops, I just pulled some dudes. Oh well, we freed them anyway. Is there anyone else here that we need to free? There isn't a time limit or anything. I mean, presumably there's a time limit on the buff that you get. Yeah, there's a minute before the chaos energy depletes. But, one per room from what you can remember. Cool. Okay. I mean, yeah, there isn't a timer, but sure. Oh, there's a black wall of death. Ah. Probably don't need to bother fighting these guys then. Just the ones that are in the way of the door. We're done in this room, aren't we? Let's move on. That's all of them. Suddenly I realised, why am I running, trying to avoid pulling these groups when I can fly? Presumably it's just through here. How can you tell? Oh, there's the black wall. I managed it in a pretty good time then, really. Especially considering that I was dicking about and didn't fully understand the gravity of the situation. Ooh, hello. Oh, sidekick until soldier. Generally run faster than flying. Now for the real suffering to begin. Didn't we free 5 people? Looks like there's even more still
As
here.
I said, today is a glorious day. Today, in the presence of the kings, we witness the death of this world and the beginning of the end for yours. You have an important role to play in this. Wait, the troublesome one comes.
Hello. Oh, not us. Him?
Okay, while the blessings of Dharma protect us, reach that cage and slaughter those until creeds. Mortal? You would pit your primitive tribal god against the might of the kings of Edom?
If anyone is going to conquer the earth, it will be me.
Excellent! Rarely has food struggled so. You! I will deal with you personally. Ooh, fight! Fight!
Shut up, you. Where is he then? Oh, there he is. Right, knobhead. If only pressing the F key would actually fucking do something!
Ripper. We're done here. Activate the recall.
Here, the Avatar.
That was most entertaining. But now, we must attend to the true reason for this gathering. The avatars that stand before you were once of this world. As this world dies, so do they. We need new avatars to carry us beyond the portal and into your world. Humans are so frail. Most perish if imbued with merely a fraction of our power. You, however, appear to be a suitable vessel to contain our majesty. You will become a new avatar of the Kings of Edom, or all those you have fought so hard to save will die.
I don't think your greasy hands are going to find much purchase in technical issues, mind. Sweats in metahuman. Kings of Edom, Lords of Destruction, try and take over the mind of technical issues, who doesn't actually have a mind, and is in fact connected to a being from outside the universe, who... Ooh. Actually is very unimpressed with the Kings of Edom.
You will become a new avatar of the Kings of Edom.
Not likely.
All those you have fought so hard to save will die.
Oh, did they just get... No, they didn't.
What's
Okay.
the use? None of us are ever gonna get out
Hang
of here.
in there, Bradley. They're coming for us right now. Be careful. Something's wrong here.
Have they been transformed into the crowns?
See, after all your effort, they will still die.
They know it too. You can see it in their eyes.
There is one way to save them.
Beat you all up.
Touch our crowns. Take one.
It will give you the power to help them.
This world is already doomed.
At least they can escape.
Or watch them writhe and die.
The avatars are offering a simple trade. Become one of them and the Until troopers go free. Refuse and all the soldiers in the Clifothic realm, here and in the fort, will be destroyed. You may choose which of the kings to serve by interacting with the crown in front of the appropriate avatar. You may only choose one. Does your hero have the strength to experience the king's corruption without being utterly destroyed? Wait for all of your teammates to enter the map before choosing a crown. Obviously there's a catch, yeah, obviously. So I think I'll go back up a little ways and try and find the text that I ignored before in favour of hurrying. The Kings of Edom have arrived to witness the death of this world and the creation of new avatars. To mortalize, they appear to be a moving cloud of darkness, consuming all in their path. Standing near the edge of the cloud causes damage to your hero. If the cloud moves over your hero, you will be defeated and can revive at the next spawn point outside the cloud. Oh, okay. Reading that before we started probably would have gotten me to... well, it would have let me understand and got me to move more quickly. But we actually didn't need to hurry because we were doing okay as it was. I do not approve of your trolley problem. There is always another way. Or at least there should be. So you're going for Muse of Lethargy and Despair. I quite like Queen Beyond the Pale. Let's just find out what happens, I guess. wonder if this is doable with only 2 of us. Transformation, you'll have to fight him. Remember to read all the powers. Transformation form so that we have new powers. I hated it when the Halloween event did that. Oh, look who's turned up to do something.
Keep your eyes peeled. We need to find those Until soldiers and get them out of here.
There! The avatars of the kings of Edom. But there's something strange about their auras.
Whatever they're planning, we can't let them reach the portal. Get ready to take them down.
If only some of us knew sign language. Glyphothic Lash. Maintain. Glyphothic Erosion. Deals dimensional damage and your target suffers -10 resistance to dimensional damage. Glyphothic Embrace deals dimensional damage to all targets every half second, so that's a maintain. What else does this do? Applies chilled form. Expulse. Planar fracture. If the crowns, the avatars of the kings of Edom struggle against the champions, that really just means that the avatars of the kings of Edom are actually not very strong, because I am deeply unimpressed with the champions. I think I've got some respect for Ironclad, and Defender's tech's certainly fancy, but yeah, not impressed by Witchcraft at all. Leader of the super team The Champions, Defender is one of the most popular and highest profile heroes on the entire planet. Inspired in his youth to become a hero after witnessing the horrific events of the Battle for Detroit, James Harmon IV created an advanced suit of power armor, dubbed himself Defender, and has been a tireless crusader for justice ever since. He has been romantically tied to witchcraft, but is too much of a gentleman to discuss his personal life. I think you are still relatively weak from the transform. Kill the healer, witchcraft. Well, the avatar you're possessing is literally dying. Fair enough. Maybe he won't comment on their relationship publicly because he's way too interested in penetrating buildings. Born Bethany Dukenzie, the magically talented daughter of two members of the Circle of the Scarlet Moon, she is now the superhero Witchcraft. Superhero. She resisted her parents' evil ways and devoted her magic to protecting others. As a result of her talent and dedication, she is one of the strongest mystics alive today. Besides the player character, she is also a member of the Champions and the beloved of their leader, Defender. She is also a hunted woman. Her twin sister, Talisman, would give anything to kill her and may yet succeed. Well, I'm even less impressed with Talisman than I am with Witchcraft. Ironclad was once known as Drogon Lar, a lowly soldier within the Dorvalan army. Dorvalan army. Thanks to an illicit army experiment, he ended up with living metal bound to his skin and providing him with super strength and stamina. He left Dorvala and became a well-loved gladiator in the Malvan gladiatorial arenas, until the corruption on Malva became too much for him and he fled. He ended up on Earth, where he found the Champions, heroes with similar values to his. Well, not doing much. He joined them and has ever since fought to defend his adopted home. Right, so go for Witchcraft first, I guess. Is it? If only our characters knew sign language, then we'd be able to sign to them what's going on. They're also pretty dim, aren't they? Not attacking straight away. Alright. Well, I have to say that these powers are not as immensely... well, they're pretty decent, really. They're not immensely frustrating like the ones in the Halloween event when you're playing as a werewolf or werewolf hunter. Are they barely doing anything to us? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention before, but if you're a magic player, you have access to attacks like Dimensional Rift. So clearly your character is capable of rending the dimensions. So quite why you can't open up a passage into back to the real world if you're here, stuck in another plane of existence. I really don't know. What's weird? They aren't doing any damage. Yeah, that is weird. They're transformed into someone with the ability to self-heal and steal enemy HP. Are they doing any damage at all? No, my health's not changing in the least. This cannon now. Technical issues, Master Controller is protecting us. Yep. Yeah, neither of our health bars are changing in the least. I assume this is a bug, but yeah, I'm going to assume that what's going on in universe, like the Watsonian explanation, is that the being that controls the technical issues puppet body in the Champions Online universe is personally offended that something else is attempting to take control of technical issues, or even even made the attempt. It clearly didn't go anywhere, but the being is so offended. Like the being that controls technical issues likes messing up the plans of evil people anyway. That's just something that it really enjoys. But for someone else to try and take over the being that they're controlling, bad move. Bad move. Being dealt damage even when HP isn't going down. How did the thought of you taking over my technical issues even enter into your mind? How indeed? The audacity!
Carry us through the gate.
We control you now.
No.
Now we will consume your world. And you will be the new avatar of the kings.
You have to fight them!
Oh yeah, obviously. Ah, so I must fight the Queen beyond the Pale alone. And presumably Ravenforce as Goshawk is fighting. Yeah, you can see health and energy bars changing there. Wonder whether I can go and help once I manage here. Oh no, they've won. Yeah, this is going to go slowly because I don't do very much damage. Listen here, Miss Beyond the Pale. You do not impress me. You have purged the power of the kings of Edom from your mind. No, it's gone. That's an impressive portal. You have free will once again. If you have teammates who are still battling their avatars, Ramirez has used his psychic abilities to allow you to enter their mind and aid them. Otherwise, return to the world around the portal. Exit through the mouth of the cliff in the cliff face. Special edition action figure. Avatar of the Queen Beyond the Pale. Ah, so if you really, really want... Yours is literally a cold cave. Technical issues. Mine is much hotter. Yeah, so that blurb there was telling me that if you finish first, you can go and help the other people in your team. So if you really want all 5 of the special edition action figures, you'd need to go through all of that 5 times, choosing a different crown each time. Exit my mind. But what will happen if I leave my mind? Would I be out of my mind? Yeah, this is pretty... Wow, look at this. This is pretty cool. This is the protrusion of the Clifothic Kings of Edom into what out here is the mind of technical issues. Or it's a visual representation of the being, the mind of the being who exists outside of... that's weird. Oh, I see. Return to portal.
The avatars of the kings were trying to possess new bodies.
I could tell they didn't have a firm grip on you yet.
We're not out of the woods yet. Look!
Witchcraft is really sharp as a hammer, isn't
This
it?
dimension is decaying. There is little time left. We must pass through the gate into a new world.
You would have been an ideal vessel to carry us through the gate.
There are other ways to prepare a vessel for our powers. Let's
Yeah, you would have to... I want to walk backwards through the portal, holding up both middle fingers. Defeat the avatars. Right, chaps. Woof. Alright, tank time. Yeah, the info box for each of these guys is just, it's the thing of what? Watch out! Listen here, you Junji Ito motherfucker. You're not taking Earth. Defeat this one. So it can stop lasering me in the back. Dashed! Uncomfortable out. Never know.
You set him up, I'll knock him down.
Will you, Sapphire? Perhaps you can knock them out by singing to them. Ooh.
This entire dimension is starting to decay. We need to hurry.
Everyone, back through the gate!
Love how they animated the run appearance for those guys. Ironclad's Gladius. Oh, I've already got it. Well, that means I can sell it. That's cool. Maybe Sapphire is secretly an avatar of one of the kings of Edom. Which one would it be? Dementia, maybe? Lethargy? Sorrows? Queen Beyond... No, it wouldn't be Queen Beyond the Pale. Might be Dementia. Maybe, maybe Sapphire is a secret... a secret avatar for one of the kings of Edom. You have been claimed. Oh, right, I see, yes. Her singing. I have been claimed by the kings of Edom. Right. Oh. We've gone 20 minutes over time. That took a while. That's the longest one we've done yet. Because, I mean, the first couple, Demon Flame and Serpent Lantern. Well, no, Demon Flame was split over 2 sessions because we did Whiteout first. But we even did Serpent Lantern in the same session as we did the end of Demon Flame. Time on Friday. I'll be starting at 8 PM GMT. And I will be doing Resistance. Well, you're all welcome along if you want to come and help. I will try and remember to be on early on Friday, like in the game, so that we can sort out forming the team, and then I'll start streaming at 8. And hopefully we'll get it done in the time, in about 3 hours or less. We're just going to chill looking at the portal. Oh, there we go. The other world is... I can't sense it. It's just gone. Cool. We came as quickly as we could, but Cliffoth isn't an easy place to reach. I'm sorry we didn't arrive sooner. If we're lucky, the avatars were destroyed when their dimension collapsed, and we won't hear from them again. I'm glad you were able to withstand the corruption of the kings of Edom. I shudder to think what would have happened had you made it through the portal. Welcome back. Well, that wasn't going to happen. Spoiler, it's not really gone. It doesn't surprise me. Good work getting all of those Until troopers out of there. There will be many happy reunions today thanks to you. Shame about Kovac. The gate collapsed, closed on its own. I can only sense residual Cliffothic energy from that dimension. I believe that world is gone. Cliffoth is in a constant state of decay. The kings of Edom themselves are still alive, but perhaps the part of Cliffoth close to Earth has destroyed itself. Yeah, I mean, they're basically anthropomorphic personifications of the concepts of decay and associated with decay. So, of course, they're not going to go anywhere. But, ooh, people to talk to. Yeah. Are you sure you're alright? I don't know what they did to you in Cliffoth, but you seem fine to me. If you start to have weird dreams about sunken cities, maybe make sure you talk to Witchcraft, okay? Well, I'll pick someone else to talk to about sunken cities before Witchcraft, but I'm sure it'll come up in conversation with her at some point. I think the bubble just moved or something, like the multiple layers of the Abyss of or Hells in D&D. In the arena on Malva, there are those who would do anything to be more powerful than their opponents. I am glad that you did not fall to the temptations of Edom. Yeah, we're superheroes. We're not really drawn to the idea of destruction's a super good idea. That was some fight. Reminds me of the time we went up against Eurostar and Mentala was bringing our nightmares to life. Isn't Eurostar the name of a train company or something? Juan Ramirez. It's good to speak to you in the flesh. For quite a while I thought I would never see home again, but once I saw you in that bunker, I began to hope. After I touched your mind in Cliffoth, I knew we would be okay. I could see you would never give up, as long as there was any chance of getting out of that place. Thank you. Technical issues. Folani Okonkwo. Until and I owe you a debt we can never repay. I can't express how much it means to have gotten these troopers back to their friends and family. Most of the men have been taken away to a hospital for treatment, but Ramirez insisted on staying until he saw you emerge from the portal. All I can say is thank you. You're welcome. I don't know whether that will count as saving the world. I mean, it was only really in peril because we went there, but we went there because, well, we didn't really have much choice after all. I suppose this is a residual, like, domino saving the world after the saving the world effort of Demon Flame. Eurostars is a major supervillain in the Champions Universe, supervillain group. Eurostar NCO want. You saved the universe. Well, I mean, we've put off the destruction of the universe for a while, I think. But since the Crowns, not the Crowns of Crim, they're an entirely different group. Since the Kings of Edom are still out there, the end is still coming. Anyway, that's about half an hour overtime. That was Aftershock. I think we'll probably be able to claim that that was a saving of the universe, or saving of the world at least. Maybe not the universe, but that was a saving of the world. So I forget how many it is now. How many times it is now? It's close to 10. Saving of multiple realities potentially. Certainly putting off the destruction of them. It depends on how the multiverse in here is divided up. Like, could the Kings of Edom have gotten access to Multifaria, for example, through this Earth, to destroy it? Or, like, is the Cliffoth a central sort of place that can access anywhere? Or, like, yeah, would they have to have gone to Earth before they could get to Multifaria? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your time watching this. I will be back doing Resistance next time. Good night.